This is your Legends girl trying to make it in this discanon world. Today's fun fact will be about protocol droids. This is O.G.Starwars, so let's take a look at one of the protocol droids that are made by the Cybot Galactica manufacturer in the Star Wars galaxy. We'll take a look at C-3PX, and that's a tongue twister right there. What type of protocol droid this is and how this had an influence in the galaxy. So the date created for this type of model was 50 BBY, our Battle Before Yavin, and the date they were destroyed was 5.5 BBY. The C-3PX series protocol droid was also an assassin droid. Height was 1.67 meters. Gender, basically the programming, was masculine or is masculine. And the sensor color of the eyes, red. The armament, so what C-3PX had on him or it was basically retractable lasers, dart shooters, fusion cutters, gas canisters, missiles, repeating blaster, and rare firing laser cannon. So this type of protocol droid was not as very popular as the C-3PO series. So they were programmed again to be an assassin droid, built to be protocol droid for outer rim usage. It had difficult selling against the C-3PO series. C-3PX had a number of masters, including Darth Maul. And it also had rebuilds. So basically it was rebuilt with armament as well to serve the masters. Darth Maul was noted master from 33 BBY after Maul's defeat. Palpatine had C-3PX memory wiped and gave it to gifted genius Wraith Signer. And after that, C-3PX was built into a stealthy espionage droid. And again, it was destroyed 5.5 BBY. So that's a history of the C-3PX. And this kind of goes into the rebuild or programming of C-3PO to translate. C-3PX basically was an assassin droid, protocol droid, and used for just that, and also used for, translating and stuff. So basically it was stealthy. He was stealthy. He can go into any place without being really noticed because he was a programmed protocol droid. His eyes are his sensors red. And so when we compare him to C-3PO in Rise of Skywalker, we see that when he's reprogrammed, his eyes are now red, or that's what the leaks are showing. And that's and so then now he's going to be armored. And when you see the Black Series of C-3PO sold now in the stores, his eyes are red. He's got a bandolier. He looks just like C-3PX in Legends. And I really don't agree with this type of rebuild for C-3PO. And I'll touch bases on this before we move on to his line of protocol droid, since we kind of already know what he is already. So C-3PO in Legends, in the book Trusat Bakura, he did not have to be reprogrammed to help decipher the CC Rook's language. So him, R2-D2 recorded the language, and together him and C-3PO basically decoded the language, translated it, learned to translate it, and that now was added to his 6 million, use or knowledge of language. And then again, as we go along in the timeline, all the way to Fate of the Jedi, he was then also called upon by Luke Skywalker when he was in exile by Natasi Dala to translate the Kashiri think it's Kashiri. But anyways, Vestar Kai and her dad's language to know what they were saying when she got to hear her father, Saber Kai, got to visit her on on Jade's Fire, I believe that's the ship. I'm not recalling it, but comment below if I'm wrong. You know, I don't mind being corrected. But when they were on exile, they allowed her father to come in and visit her while she was with them, basically held, I guess you could say, hostage in this scenario. And please read the books. They're very compelling and great reads. And so Luke and Ben Skywalker needed to know exactly what they were talking about. So Luke recorded them talking and sent that information off to C-3PO. And again, he couldn't really decipher the language, so he had to take it and study it and translate it. He did, and then he went back and was able to tell Luke what they were discussing. And so this is why I find this kind of off-putting, you know, compare, you know, when you analyze and put these side by side together with episode 9 and how they're reprogramming him to decipher the Sith language. I don't think that it's necessary to recode him, especially when we know in the history that him and R2-D2 work together to decipher languages. And so that's in the lore, and I think it's done a whole lot better. We didn't have to compromise C-3PO's character for that. We didn't have to turn him into an assassin type droid just to translate a damn language. And so this is why I'm wanted to touch bases on these two type of protocol droids. So here is the information about C-3PO. All right, so again, the manufacturer is the Cybot Galactica, so basically they're responsible for both of them. C-3PO series was more popular than the C-3PX. Basically, it has his homeworld as Tatooine, and so we'll break this down right now. He was created in 112 BBY, Battle Before Yavin. The date he was destroyed, basically temporarily dismantled, was 3 ABY in Bespin. And so that's when and Chewie rescues him from being, you know, melted. And again, he's a 3PO series protocol droid, and basically the class is protocol droid. His height is, again, the same similarities, 1.67 meters. Again, masculine programming, so that's just the voice. Sensor color of his eyes are yellow, and the plating color gold, but from 32 BBY to 22 BBY, it was silver, or that really tainted silver, tarnished silver color. Many nicknames was C-3PO, R3PO. Of course, both models are bipedal humanoid protocol droids, and they basically, he or they were fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, and that's something that we always heard him say, especially in the EU, when he is introduced to someone different, you know, outside of his immediate, I guess you could say, family or immediate friends. And so that's a classic little saying he does all the time. He basically was discarded on Tatooine, and Anakin found him and rebuilt him. And over the years, he went from Anakin, then serving the Skywalker family, basically Padme, I'll say Princess or Queen Amidala, but Padme and Luke, or not Luke, Anakin. And then from there, after the rise of Darth Vader and the death of Padme, he was passed down to Antilles, and from there he served, and then from there he was then came into Luke Skywalker's hands, and we know the story in the OT on how he came to be with the Skywalker twins, and then from there into Legends, he served predominantly Leia Organa Solo, while R2-D2 stayed by Luke's side. And so this is a quick little history of the protocol droid series, C-3PX and C-3PO. And again, this is a great comparison to what we're seeing episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. Again, I don't think it's really necessary for them to have to reprogram C-3PO to translate a language when he's already proven it in Legends or original lore that all he needed was the assistance of R2-D2 to translate. And also too in the lore, you know, they have basic programming that they can update him with to, you know, add more forms of communications. And so this was, again, something I wanted to compare and contrast on top of just giving you some fun facts about the Protocol Droid series. So thank you again. Please like and subscribe and have a good day or night. May the Force be with you.